Can I get a second music stand when you get a chance? And who is on cameras? Starting soon. Thank you. That is beautiful. I don't know why they always set it up like this. 10, 9, 8. And let me do my Shabbat Shalom practice. Shabbat Shalomi, everybody. What a jacket. I like that, Charles. Nice look. I got a blue seersucker suit at home I'm wearing next Saturday night. We would look really like a Sears catalog together. Too bad he doesn't know what Sears is. Okay, does anyone need an outline? Does anyone need an outline? Good to see you here. Hope the presentations went well. Yeah, isn't that fun? Thank you. I can grab it. Thank you so much.
A minor capo too.
I got too much stuff tonight. We're gonna need a microphone over here, Oren, because we got all these people coming forward to speak. I don't want to put them here. A lot of people coming forward to speak. Anybody else need an outline? I made like 16 outlines. Does anybody out here want an outline? Susan, would you like one? She'll take anything. Here's a Kleenex. There you go. If anybody needs an outline. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Karen, do you have a pen on you? I would love to know, like when we start, write 0, and then like when we get through different sections, make notes when we start different presentations. I'd be curious to know how long things are, like the Tzedakah team's presentation and the installation. So if you got time, feel free. My blessings, comments, your sites. I see everyone but my wife. She has not shown up tonight. I need a pen badly.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Check. 1, 2.
Oh, it's already 6:34. Please, could everyone come in and grab a seat? We would really like to begin. We have a longish evening tonight, and we're already running behind. So please come in from the back and get a seat as quickly as you can. Can we get a 2-minute timer up there, Lindsay?
Oh.
Huh? Oren stepped out? Oh, well, we're going to wait for Oren to come back then. What do you need? Better. I feel like I'm talking through through these, not through the speakers. Am I coming through there? Okay. And we still need another microphone up here. We are not doing well.
So we're doing with right?
If that's what the outline says.
Okay, so shall we wait for them to come up? Or
It says, see,
Yeah.
and middle school kids.
So wait for you to call them up and then go?
Yeah. Just follow Joel.
Yeah.
Check. 1, 2.
I need everyone to come in and sit down.
Check.
We have a very fancy-looking incoming president.
Check. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Do we have an audio person in here? Oh, yeah, we do. Good. On a stand, because they're going to be here talking a lot of different people. We have 21 seconds. I don't know if we're ready yet. My wife is here. We can start. Can all the board members at the back of the room find a seat?
A 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2.
Let's put it right here.
This one is the one with the
Okay, got it.
a little higher.
Yeah, a little bit higher. We have so many speakers tonight, it's unbelievable. I'm not going to count the Omer till much later, though. Oren, you ready? Lindsay, you ready? Joel, you ready? Evan, you ready? I feel like I've checked in with the whole community. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It is great to see everyone here this evening. I had to make a list of everything that's happening. Tonight is an all-religious school Shabbat. Let's hear a big, round of applause for that. Tonight is the Tzedakah Teens presentation. Tonight is a farewell to Samantha. We can do this if we want to. Tonight is Kitty installations. Kitty is our youth group, so got some new people coming in. Tonight, Jacob Niver. Stand up and wave at everybody, Jacob. He begins the process of bar mitzvah. And last but not least, we are celebrating Lag BaOmer 3 days late. The only thing you need to know about Lag BaOmer is that in Israel, everyone makes a campfire. And so tonight, we're going to have a campfire after the service. We have both pre-made s'mores and s'mores you can make yourself. It's your choice. And I'll give you the campfire rules later. Right now, though, I'd like all the kids to come forward because I believe they're going to be singing Hine Matov. Is that correct, Joel? Come on forward. I'd like you to stand on the yellow line. Come on forward. Stand on the yellow line. I know we have more kids than this. Come on forward. Come join us. Whether you know it or not, join us. Stacy, bring them up forward. I'd like my confirmation students, if they're in the room, to join us up here. Please come forward. All confirmation students come forward. All youth groupers come forward. Come on forward. Eliza, come on forward. Melanie, come on forward. You guys can go back that way. Go behind this. Double up, guys. Hey, guys, go that way. Go that way. Go that way. Stand behind people. I think we got a lot of people up here right now. Let's all wish them a Yasher Koach. And you guys can all return to your seats. We turn to page 138 for Lachad Odi. Lachad Odi is that song we sing every Friday night. It's the song we sing where we welcome the Sabbath bride into our lives. It's the song that we sing where we face the back door on the last verse and we literally welcome her into our presence. Page 138, we'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Tonight, Joel's on the piano, and Evan, who's our youth group president, is on guitar up on the stage. Here we go.
Lecha lecha do לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה לה 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 lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור לדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המלך אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתחילה לה 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 לך לך דוד לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לשוב תהי מכל הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה שכיבה לה 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 lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי באורך אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לה 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 lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה.
Let's rise if we are able and face the back door as that Sabbath bride enters our lives, our hearts, and our spirits.
בואי ושלום עצרת בנה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני ים סגולה בואי חלה lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה לה 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 lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה lecha lecha דותי לקראת קהלה בני שבת נקבלה.
You may be seated unless you're Jacob Niver, and then you're going to bring your family forward to light the Shabbat candles. Come on forward. I always think, as you all probably know, I always think of this as the gateway through which our Sabbath bride enters our lives. So as we light these candles, we should feel her presence. So who would like to light? Okay, I guess Jacob wants to light. Please, light them.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner v'tzivanu lehadlik ner v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Let's wish the family a Mazel Tov. And you guys can all return to your seats. It's now my honor to ask Samantha Duenas to come forward, not to be honored, not to install the youth group, but to begin the Tzedakah Teens presentation. Our Tzedakah Teens program began 12 years ago and has been running ever since, and you're going to learn all about it if you don't know anything. And if you already know something, you will still be impressed with the work that they did this year. Samantha, I'm going to put you right here.
A big thank you to the Ziering Family Foundation of the Jewish Community Foundation of Los Angeles, and the wonderful company for awarding us the gift of underwriting the Tzedakah Teens. Tonight, our Tzedakah Teens will be sharing with you what it means to be a teen philanthropist, their process, the challenges they faced, and their overall journey. The first teen I would like to invite up to speak about Tzedakah Teens is Danielle.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Danielle, and I'm a board member of the 2022 to 2023 Kol Tikva Tzedakah Teens. Tzedakah Teens strive to achieve tzedek, otherwise known as justice, through tikkun olam, meaning repairing the world. Our small board of just 4 teens, Jonah, Haley, Eliza, and myself, and of course with the support and guidance of our mentor Samantha, have achieved so much this year, and we're so excited to share with you our accomplishments. Tzedakah Teens is a philanthropy foundation, meaning we are a nonprofit and do not associate with the government. We are a group of teenagers working together to raise money through fundraisers and donations, and then contributing those funds to a nonprofit organization dedicated to an issue that we care about. Tzedakah Teens philanthropy focuses on promoting the welfare of others by donating funds to a good cause through a Jewish lens. Through mitzvot, good deeds, and gemilut chasadim, acts of loving kindness, Tzedakah Teens works to help repair and shape the world in any way we can. Each year, and this is my 3rd year, we volunteer to be part of this enriching foundation, providing funds to support the organizations we choose, and seeing a change in these issues means a lot to us. And participating in Tzedakah Teens gives us the strength and support to do so. I would like to introduce Haley to you as the next Tzedakah Teen to speak.
Hi, my name is Haley, and I'm a member of the 2022 to 2023 Tzedakah Teens Board. Our mission statement this year is to raise money in order to reduce gun violence by implementing gun control legislation and providing more education on gun safety. You may ask, what is a mission statement? Well, a mission statement is a short statement of why an organization exists and what its overall goal is, with identifying the goal of its operations. A mission statement is very important to any organization as it provides a basis for the fundamental operations of that specific organization. In light of recent events, the rate of gun violence and mass shootings has gone up and will continue to do so if stricter gun laws are not enacted and enforced. In 2022, there was 647 mass shootings, which caused at least 44,310 deaths. As of May 1st of 2023, there have been 184 mass shootings in the United States, and of those, at least 13,959 people have died. This rate will continue to rise if something is not done, which is why we decided this year to focus on putting an end to gun violence. This issue is important as we want to try to make a better, more safe future for not only our generation, but for the future to come. The money that we raise will go towards putting an end to gun violence. I would like to introduce Eliza as the next Tzedakah teen to the Bima.
Hi, my name is Eliza, and I'm a member of the 2022-2023 Tzedakah Teens Board. During our first meeting, we were given a list of different social justice issues to choose from. From environmental sustainability to homelessness and affordable housing, one issue really stuck out to us. We wanted to raise money to contribute to gun education and safety, along with gun control legislation. We spent time learning what Judaism says on the topic of gun violence and spent every meeting furthering our knowledge. We were shocked by the reality of the statistics and how widespread the issue really is. We wanted to make a meaningful impact to help address this pressing issue. Even though at times we had differing points of view, we ultimately came to an agreement and wanted to bring awareness to gun violence. We researched numerous charities to determine how our contributions would benefit them. We wanted to be certain that the funds we raised would be used appropriately. We took the time to research each organization's goals and how the funds would be put to good use. It was crucial for us to select charities that upheld our ideals and would responsibly use our gifts. Through our combined fundraising efforts, the Tzedakah teens have successfully raised funds for our fight against gun violence. Over the course of the year, we had fundraisers at Fresh Brothers, a bake sale at Mitzvah Day, and a goodie bag sale at this year's Hanukkah Community Celebration. Recently, we put together an elevator pitch video to support our cause and sent it out to our family and friends. From the outreach of this video, we raised over $2,000 in a week alone. None of this would have been possible without the kind support of our community, for which we are immensely thankful. Each and every contribution to the Tzedakah teens has a significant impact, and we truly value all of your help. Having a small board this year was an obstacle we had to face. We had limited outreach ability when asking for donations because of our board size. This required us to be more resourceful and inventive with our fundraising efforts. Despite this challenge, we were able to come up with new ideas to fundraise. Our passion and dedication compensated for our board size, and we were able to overcome this problem together. We decided to give the funds we earned this year to the Brady campaign's Team Enough. My fellow board members and I decided on this organization because during their presentation, we really liked the way they went about combating gun violence. Team Enough specifically trains and funds teens and young adults our age to go directly to the government to fight for more gun legislation. This way of approach was special to us because it is different from most of the gun control nonprofits that we found. This organization focuses directly on the problem at hand, finding a legal situation to not only lessen the gun violence now, but also in the future by controlling gun violence due to more legal restrictions on guns. We hoped that our money would make a difference in the fight for less gun violence, and by donating our money to Team Enough, we believe that they will make it happen. For the past year, the Tzedakah Teens members have spent time tirelessly working during meetings and fundraising events to make sure we can meet our goals. Someone who has been an essential element of the whole process is our advisor, Samantha. Samantha always ensures we get to where we need to be by the end of every meeting and has truly supported us every step of the way. She always makes sure we each have something to eat and drink during our meetings and is constantly checking in on us. Thank you to those who generously donated to the Tzedakah Teens this year. Your kindness and support means so much to us. Because of your generosity, we were able to make an important donation to an amazing and deserving organization. Thank you all for believing in us and helping us make such a positive impact. We want to say thank you to Team Enough through the Brady campaign. Your cause is important to us, and we're ecstatic to be part of it. Thank you for giving us this chance to make a difference. We're excited to see what effect our donation can have. Thank you to Mia Tretta, Team Enough Executive Council member, for coming to speak and accept our donation at tonight's service. Thank you to the Ziering Family Foundation and the Wonderful Company for funding the Tzedakah Teens program and providing the matching grant. Because of their generosity, we were able to double the funds raised from a little over $3,000 to $6,000. We're excited to have this opportunity to present a donation of $6,150 to Team Enough. Tonight's Tzedakah will be added towards our fundraising for Team Enough. Wait. We would like to invite Team Enough's Executive Council member of Los Angeles, Mia Chetta, to the Bima to accept the Tzedakah Teens grant of $6,150.
Hi everyone, my name is Mia Tretta, and I'm so honored to be that I was asked to be here tonight. What you and your community has done for Team Enough will truly make life-saving progress in the gun violence prevention movement. I've been in gun violence prevention work for about 3 years now. I'm a senior at Saugus High School, around 40 minutes from here. But when I was a freshman, unfortunately, I was shot at my school, and that's what launched me into this advocacy. I lost my best friend and quickly learned that every single day, different communities, families, houses are missing people because of gun violence. We learned as Team Enough that if we don't stop gun violence now, it will continue to touch people's lives. And we know at Team Enough that comprehensive legislation at the local, state, and federal level does work. This money will truly go towards making America free from gun violence. I've been on the executive council for Team Enough for about 1 year, and the community that we have fostered has been so amazing, and we've really been able to educate so many people, whether that's someone who maybe wasn't on our side before, or even if that's just making a friend who didn't have their firearm safely stored, but after that conversation they did. This is life-saving work. There are hundreds of people every day who are advocating for this, and I just wanted to thank you and your community for raising this money and being an advocate for gun violence prevention yourself. Thank you guys so much.
One more round of applause for the great work they're doing. And if you're interested next year in becoming involved with Tzedakah Teens, please, where's Amy? Amy, wave at everybody. Amy's in the back, who is our incoming religious school director, and she can give you information about it, or you can talk to one of the kids who spoke tonight. They all did such a wonderful job presenting. So now we're going to turn to page 146 for the Baruch. The Baruch is the call to worship. I'm going to ask everyone to please rise, face the ark if you are able, page 146.
Baruchu et Adonai Hamevorach Baruch Adonai Hamevorach יבורך לעולם ועד.
Please remain standing. I'm going to ask our religious school students to come back onto the bima. If you were on this bima before, you should come up again. And if you haven't come onto the bima yet, you should do it now. They're going to lead us in a very special Shema with sign language, I believe. So please come up onto our bima as quickly as you can. Find a spot where people can see you. Confirmation students should join us. Tzedakah teens members, Haley and Danielle should definitely come forward. Our youth group officers, incoming and exiting, should be coming forward. Please find, I'm going to move you guys over that way a little bit. The Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Asher Koach, that was beautiful. Thank you, guys. You may all be seated. We continue with the Vahafta once Jacob comes forward and goes over to Joel. He's going to lead us in the Vahafta tonight. We are on page 154, the Vahafta.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to move the mic stand as parents are taking pictures.
Yeah. Ve'havta Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvchol nafshecha uvchol me'odecha vehayu hadvarim ahele asher anoki mitzavecha Hayom alevavecha v'shinatam mevanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'vetzecha ulektecha v'derech ushokbecha uvkumecha Ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uktatam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha Man tizkeru va'asitem et komitzvotai v'item kedoshim eleloechem Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzitziechem mi'eretz Mitzrayim le'yot lachem le'elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Big Yasher Koach! Yasher Koach! So tonight, as you know, we're doing many things. And so we're going to be having a number of speakers coming forward tonight, singing Samantha Duenas' praises, which I know will not be difficult. And our first speaker tonight is Allison Lauterstein, congregant and former board member.
Hi, I'm Allison Lauterstein. Nice to meet you. I am now talking into the mic. Okay. Samantha. So, about 9 years ago, you walked into our lives, and you were a firecracker. You still are, but you were a firecracker then. And I remember meeting you and wondering, what, religious school, what? Well, what I have found out from you about religious school and about what you can give in this world is extraordinary. At Thanksgiving, right? About Thanksgiving, you had just gotten your hearing aids. And you had said to us, or you had said to me specifically, I didn't realize what I didn't hear. I didn't realize how things were not so clear, that there were other things to hear. Well, that is what you have taught our children about Judaism. And through the way that you come forward and bring yourself and teach the kids more than just what they hear, what they see. You bring who you are to their education. You are a woman that is able to connect with anyone imaginable. I have 3 very different children, very different, as they're laughing. And you were able to connect with each one of them on the most personal, intimate, loving, caring basis. It's your superpower. You can connect. You live with passion. Everything about you is passionate. And in that, you are a role model for all of our kids. You're a role model in how much you love Judaism, in how you portray yourself as a human, how you really connect with people, but you're also a role model in the fact that by loving what you do, you are showing our children how important it is for them to love what they do. And so not only is your love of Judaism, which is what we as the parents are super excited about, like, woohoo, you're doing it, you're explaining to them and showing them how amazing it is, but your other role in terms of the passion that you have really shows our children how important it is to live with that passion and to go for that, and the kind of life that you can create, one that is a person who is effervescent and smiles and cares and loves and shows it. And it has been my biggest privilege and honor to get to know you, Andrew. Who I adore and who has been a wonderful, wonderful addition to not only the Kol Tikva family, but obviously to Samantha's life. And I'm so honored to know you, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and perhaps on behalf of all of the parents who have had the privilege and joy of knowing you and watching what you can do with our children and how you inspire them every day. And I wish you only incredible mazel going forward to inspire everything else you do in your life.
Let us now turn to page 158 for the Micha Mocha, a song of joy, the song we sang after 400 plus years of slavery. And tonight there is a lot of joy in this room, so let's sing. We'll sing in a way that represents the joy we feel in our hearts. Micha Mocha, page 158.
La 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 בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, פוקע ים לפני משה ומרים. זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נטע בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. לי 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 לי.
It's now my honor to ask Lindsay Mandel to come forward, a former youth group president who wanted to say a few words about Samantha. Come on forward. I hope you have a good shot of yourself. She's also running our camera, so we'll see if she can do, if her arms are long enough.
Oh, yeah.
Let me lower that for you.
We're good. Thank you.
Put this here. Right into the microphone.
Thank you.
Is it on?
Yep. Nope.
Now it's on.
My name is Lindsay Mandel, so I don't think I would be able to stand up here and actually just wing this, so I prepared a little something. So I've been a member of Kol Tikva my whole life, and when Samantha joined the Kol Tikva family, I was just going into middle school. I immediately found comfort in Samantha and saw her as a mentor. A few years later, Samantha started Kol Tikva Temple Youth Group, KTTY, and I was a part of KTTY for 5 years. And because of Samantha, they were some of my favorite memories. I will never forget leading events together and the countless meetings that we had. I will miss being your right hand during High Holy Days and any other youth or teen program that there was. I learned leadership skills, how to work well with a team, and so much more. It's because of you that I feel confident in all my abilities and have achieved the things that I have. I can confidently say that I wouldn't be here today without her. I'm so glad that Samantha was able to be my mom-like figure at the temple, my mentor, and most importantly, friend. I would like to share this quote that I found, which summarizes Samantha to me. A mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability within you than you see in yourself and helps bring it out of you. This, to me, summarizes what Samantha means to all the students that she has had. She helps everyone see their greatest strengths that they didn't know they had in them. In only a few years, I have seen Samantha achieve so much and grow. I saw her go through school while leading a youth group, then finally graduate school and become the religious school director. We all saw Samantha get engaged and now awaiting the wedding. I wish you all the luck in what life has in store for you next. I don't have a doubt in my body that you will achieve great things because you instantly connect with everyone that you meet because of how welcoming and loving you are. Thank you for always being there for me. Really fast, I would like to have anyone that has had Samantha as, or was a student of Samantha's, or has had her as a youth group director, just really quickly stand and just thank her so much for all the hard work that she has done over the years. Thank you so much for everything.
We now turn to page 371 for the Misha Barak prayer. We say the Misha Barak for those who are ill of mind, body, spirit. On our Misha Barak list tonight, Abby Rapport, Janet Blake, Pam Branner, Lynn Newman, Susie Newborn, Sharon Friedman, Diana Carew, Jeff Borwitz, Mark Mann, Erwin Ames, Dara LaValle, Jeffrey Albaum, Baylor Robinson, Ed Edelson, Mark Jeff Stickler, Leanne Rosenberg, Hillel Baldwin, Trish Santana, David Berger, the Ray family, Dory Glazer, Brad Stone, Glenn Martin, Paul Hiddleman, Micah Engberg, Victor Sidlow, Sharon Fisher, Mike Bergman, Michael Burden, and Andreas Schlossberg. We also think of those affected by acts of anti-Semitism and bigotry, those suffering in the Ukraine, those injured due to border challenges, those healing from all too frequent gun violence, those affected by terrorist attacks and environmental challenges, and all those caring for the ill. If you have an additional name for a Misha Barak list, please share it with me now. Misha Barak Avatenu Vimatenu. May the God of our ancestors grant a Fuah Shlema, a complete and full healing to all those named tonight and to all those we hold in our hearts. And together we say, Amen. The singing of Misha Barak. And now I'd like to ask Erfan Marks to come forward. She has a few comments. Now, Erfan is our VP on our board, the VP of Education. She is also a parent whose children have studied with Samantha, and she is also a teacher in our school for the last few months, filling in when we the teacher gets sick. So I want to give you this microphone.
So I'm going to make this very short. I don't know that I have the emotional capacity to say any more than this, but I summarized everything in an acrostic poem, obviously entitled Samantha, in case anyone was wondering. Samantha is someone special and amazing who is a mensch and mentor, who advocates for adolescents, nurtures everyone, teaches toddlers, and is hardworking and high achieving. That's it. Told you it was short.
Let us turn to page 164 of the Amidah. I would like everyone to rise if you are able. If you're a religious school student, why don't you move into the aisles like we do at the religious school, so you can take 3 steps backwards and 3 steps forward, because you need space to do that. Adults are used to doing it like many steps. But let's find a place we can do it. If any of our older kids want to do the same, they can. It's up to them. I won't call them out. Here we go. Page 164, the Amidah.
Adonai, שפתי תפתח ופי אגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל, ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל, אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו משני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue with our silent prayer through page 180. When you're done with your silent prayer, you may be seated. If you're a religious school student, do 10 seconds of silent meditation. Thank you.
Shalom Rav, Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam Ki Atahu Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom Ki Atahu Melech Adon Shalom, Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. B'tov beinecha levav בכל שעה בשלומך שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים
I'd now like to ask our religious school trustee, Shira Sherb, to come forward. That's a little too tall for you. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I am currently the trustee for the religious school on the board, but I'm also a religious school parent. And I wanted to say a few things about our dear Samantha as we wish her well in the next chapter. I wanted to just say, for those of you who may not know, because she makes it look like just a stroke of magic, that Samantha works really hard. She writes lesson plans, detailed, careful lesson plans to make sure that all of the minutes of the class are meaningful and intentional and imparting what she wants to convey to the kids. She makes sure that they have opportunities to have experiential education, to participate, to feel seen and heard. And I think we heard that from Allison's comments and Lindsay's comments. One of Samantha's gifts is seeing what makes each child unique and celebrating that and nurturing that. But she also sees what makes them fragile, and she protects that, and she approaches with that at the center. And so, those of you who work around teachers, I don't know if some of you do, I work in schools and I work around teachers. Some of them have a teacher voice. And Sam doesn't really have a teacher voice. She's quieter because she leads with connection. And that's sometimes just all it takes. And you can see that in all the young people who came here tonight to express their love and appreciation, as I do. I'm not young, but I still love and appreciate you. And it's time for a change. And as sad as that makes us, we're happy for you. And we know you're going to bring that same passion and dedication to whatever you do next. And to wish you well and good luck on that journey of exploring what comes next. We have a gift for you. I'm going to do a spoiler and just tell you what's in it, even though it's wrapped. We picked a little piece of art. It's a chamsa, because that is harbinger of good fortune. And it just seemed like a good thing for you to have at this time of change, almost like career rebirth. It's going to be your little blessing from all of us on the board and the religious school staff. And there was such an outpouring of love for you that I had money left over. And this in here, my dear, is the Do Not Disturb package from Burke Williams. Go check yourself in at the spa. Drew, she'll be home late. Don't wait up. Enjoy it. You worked so hard. I know that you've put in so much of yourself, and your contributions mean a lot. And I need you to know that before you go. Your contributions have meant so much to so many of us. We love you, and we thank you.
Samantha did not want to come up during these speeches, and so we've been letting her sit there, but in a moment she is going to have to come forward and speak herself. Now, I have some comments for you. I just have to find them first. Here we go. So it was 9 years ago, correct? So I'm going to back up 6 months prior to when you came here, Samantha, because Rabbi Becky Hoffman and I were sitting in my office, and I was saying to Becky, we need a full-time youth worker. And we went round and round in circles. We talked to our then executive director. There was no way we had the money for it. And finally, Becky turns to me and says, this isn't possible. We can't do it. We just have to find someone part-time. But the trouble is, when you find someone part-time, they're there for 6 months, a year. If you're lucky, 2. But when you hire someone full-time, it shows them respect, and they end up staying. So I came up with an idea. I said, Becky, let's not call it a full-time job. Let's call it a full-time fellowship. Do you know she started as a fellow the first 2 years she was here? Because we learned that you could pay fellows less than full-time employees. And the most interesting thing is the job market was different. We actually had about 10 applicants for this fellowship. And there was a line we would say to candidates. When they would say, what's the difference between someone who is qualified to be a youth worker and someone who's doing the fellowship? And we would say, well, we're looking for uncooked, unbaked cookie dough because we want to be able to help form them. I have to say, Samantha came in pretty much fully formed. She knew what she was doing in terms of her connections to others from the day she arrived. And we knew that from the interview process. We knew that she would come in and she would connect, that she was the right cookie dough for our bake shop. And 2 years after that fellowship ended, there was not one squabble during a board meeting whether we should, make her full-time, even though she had already been a full-time employee. Everybody wanted her to remain wholeheartedly. There was no controversy. It was proven that, she was valuable to this organization. And you have been valuable to us because of the relationships you form, the programs you've created, the programs you've run. The amount of times I've turned to you and said, what is going on? And you've explained to me a situation because you had insight, knowledge, because of the way you interact. Not just with teens and young children, but even with so many of our parents. People turn to you because they know that you will always be honest with them. So I actually have a blessing for you. So I'm going to make you come up a minute early. I want you to come forward. And I had more to say, but I think so much of it has been said. So I want to first offer you a little blessing before you get to speak. You ready to speak? Okay. Yes, I know how much you love being up here. Samantha, may you always remember the lessons you've learned from Kol Tikva, that a community is built on complimentary dinners. Being present is the only way to truly build community, that an open heart brings people together, and every person counts, no matter their challenge or their temperament. And may you always remember the times you've touched people's lives, calling someone who needed a friendly voice and a listening ear, taking time for the unexpected conversation when you're walking through a hallway, running programs which brings people together in fellowship, and sharing your neshama, your soul, with all who need you. May your life be filled with community. May your days be filled with simcha, with joy. May your heart always connect with others in that unique Samantha kind of way. And may your hand always be held by a loving community. And may you always think of Kol Tikva as your home. And together we say, Amen. And now the mic.
Is it still on? Hi, everyone. Those of you that know me personally know that I don't like public speaking or all the attention on me. I'm a big supporter of giving attention to everyone else. I began working at Kol Tikva in August of 2014 as the Experiential Education Fellow. You may wonder, how did I get here? I recall being on a hike with my best friend and her husband. They mentioned they saw a job posting for a position that sounded up my alley, and I thought it might be a good fit. I wasn't sure at the time exactly which direction in Jewish education I wanted to work. However, I knew I had a passion for working with preschoolers and teens, especially in leadership youth work. I loved experiential education, and I knew I wanted to be at a synagogue. I can still remember receiving the call from Rabbi Becky when she offered me the position of Experiential Education Fellow. I was beyond excited for this opportunity. It did not take long for me to fall in love with this community and being able to find a place where I can learn and grow, professionally and personally. The Experiential Education Fellowship was originally a one-year position. I guess they liked me and offered me an additional year. I was fortunate enough to be promoted and become part of the senior staff. I implemented the Madrahim program, where the 8th to 12th grade students had the opportunity to have hands-on experience working in a classroom setting and learned some of the basic skills of being a teacher. I started an official high school youth group, KTTY, and KTTY 678, with teen leadership boards. It was always fun to create something I felt was extremely important and be able to be supported by Rabbi Becky and Rabbi John in doing so. Once I became the religious school director, I was able to work closely with the teachers and families on curriculum, explaining their knowledge of Jewish values and how they work within our lives. It blows my mind when I think about how much time has passed since I began working here at Kol Tikva. It does not feel like it at all. I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to thank Rabbi John for believing in me and helping me to be the best Jewish educator I could be. I will always cherish our boba and snack runs, enlightened conversations, and staffing a community trip to Israel with you. Amy, thank you for co-leading the religious school with me. Working with you has been a pleasure. I appreciate how we have similar values, ideas, expectations, and the understanding of the importance of Jewish education and working with students. Our love for teen leadership and experiential education has always been a bond for us. I was beyond thrilled when you became part of the KT staff last summer. I am confident and grateful to be passing on the religious school to you. I would like to thank Lorraine for being my work mom. You gave me love and support while also giving me tough love and lessons in life. Jessica, I thank you for helping me talk things through and supporting me when my confidence wasn't high. To Melanie, Jose, Clifford, and Jorge, thank you for all your help with advertising, setup, breakdowns, and logistics of the plethora of programs and events that we have done together. I would also like to thank Shira and Arafan for not only having the school's best interest at heart, but mine as well. You both were there as a sounding board, but also have been there during trying times. Whether it was stepping in to help lead a field trip, subbing a class, help with snack shop, or one of the many other ways, you helped the religious school and myself. Additionally, I would like to thank the Kol Tikva community. Thank you to all the parents and the board for valuing your children's Jewish education and identity, and for trusting me to be the forefront of it for them. But last but not least, I would like to thank all of my students, both current and past. You are the real reason why I fell in love with the work and the work of Jewish education and youth work. I enjoy being a confidant, coach, teacher, and mentor. I look forward to seeing you grow as a member of this community. So, what comes next for me? I've spent the past 18 years working in Jewish education as a whole. Of those, 9 of them I've been able to give my heart, soul, and full self into my various roles here at Kol Tikva. The time has come for me to depart and begin a new adventure. I'm excited to explore what new opportunities are available and of interest to me. For now, I plan to focus on my upcoming wedding to my fiancé, Drew, this August, followed by focusing on starting a family together. I appreciate and am grateful that Drew has enjoyed being part of Kol Tikva. We will continue to be part of the community, just in a different way than we currently are. We are not going anywhere for the next few years. We plan to be at holiday community celebrations and temple events. Amy has me on her sub list for next year, so you'll see me on occasion too. I'm excited for the next chapter of my life and where it takes me next. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
You may all be seated. I'm going to put Samantha right over here on the floor. Can you go right here? If you have been one of Samantha's students, take 2 steps forward. Please come forward because we're all going to bless her if you've been one of her students or one of her youth groupers or one of her anything. And then if you want to, you can place a hand on her shoulder or on the shoulder of the person next to you so you're all connected. And you guys can go to both sides. This side's a little heavy. Let's go on this side. Let's even it up for the photo ops. And then place your hand on the shoulder of the person in front of you until you're all connected to Samantha, because she truly built our youth program. She truly was a great asset to our community. And now it's time for us all to bless her. So repeat after me. We're going to sing it afterwards. Okay. Repeat after me. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'huneka Yisa Adonai panav elecha vayesem lecha shalom. We love and appreciate everything you have done for us. Amen. The singing of Misha Berach. I mean, the singing of the priestly benediction. That's one of those prayers.
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May the light of God always shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom shalom.
May the face of God be in every face you look into. May the presence of holiness always surround you. And may you always find light and love in community. And together we say, Amen. And now one last Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. And one last, we love you. We love you. And now I'm going to send everyone back to their seats. But give her a hug as you go by. As hugs are being given out, we count the Omer every night from the second night of Passover to the night before Shavuot. We count 49 days, and on the 50th day, we have the holiday where we received our 10 commandments. I'm going to now do the blessing and count the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al spirat HaOmer. Blessed are you, eternal our God, the sovereign of all, who has made us holy with your mitzvot, and commanded us concerning the counter of the Omer. Ayom Shiva Ushloshim Yom Shehem Chamisha Shavuot Ushne Yamim La Omer. Today is the 37th day, making 5 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. And together we say, Amen. We turn to page 598 for the mourner's Kaddish. Page 598. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. On our recently departed list, Jerry Mata, remembered by the Mata family. Howard Sanford, remembered by the Deschel family. Michael Brenner, remembered by the Friedman family. Vladimir Litvak, remembered by the Litvak family. Herb Binder, remembered by the Heller and Binder families. We also hold in our prayers those taken by gun violence, those that have passed due to floods, fires, and other natural and unnatural disasters, and those killed in regional conflicts. We also think of those who died during this season in years past. Buena Avlas, Rose Besbeck, Mark Binder, Maria Bruel, Sophie Cohen, Betty Cohen, Ira Cook, Alvin Cowan, Bertha Eisenberg-Olean, Archie Feynman, Jack Flamer, Henrietta Goldsmith, Sharon Goldstein, Irv Grant, Margita Greiner, Bill Groner, Ann C. Klein, Arkady Litvak, Annette Lund, Marilyn Newman, Alex Sachs, Matthew Sarfati, Sarah Katie Soror, Barney Shane, Morris Shapiro, Marion Shapiro, Libby Singman, Hermine Alschuler Stern, Dorothy Saran, and Geraldine Young. If you have an additional name for our Kaddish or our Yortzeit list, please share it with us now. If you're in the first 7 days of mourning Shiva, I ask you to please rise. If you're in the first 30 days of mourning Shloshim, I ask you to rise. If you're in the first year of mourning, I ask you to please rise. If you're observing a Yortzeit, I ask you to please rise. These are the mourners in our midst. We rise to show them our love and our support. We are on page 598. Yitgadal v'yikadash shmei Rabba, b'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlech malchutei, b'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, b'agalav v'zman kari v'imru. Yehei shmei Rabba mivarach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei dekudsha, baruchu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru. Yehi shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. May the one who makes peace on high grant peace to all who mourn, to all Israel, and to all humankind. And together we say, you may be seated. It's my honor to ask Cynthia Deculus to come forward with some announcements. Oh, good.
Shabbat Shalom. So, Rabbi, you have the best gift of all tonight. Because right before the service tonight, the rabbi texted me and said, it's a really long service, so keep your announcements short. So I am not going to thank everyone personally. I am just going to say thank you to our wonderful clergy. Thank you, too. And to all the religious school students and to everyone who made this service so incredibly special tonight, and the Tzedakah teens. And I'm not going to go and say anything about Samantha. We'll just give her a big hug later. And thank you to everyone who's sponsoring our Oneg tonight. So please read everything in your shalom sheet, okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. Read your shalom sheet. But I need Jacob to come up and thank his family for helping support Oneg tonight. So I wanted to get to know Jacob a little bit because I knew I'd be congratulating him on his bar mitzvah on behalf of our board. So I went to someone who knows you pretty well. I went to your Better Together buddy, Sam. Raise your hand, Sam. Raise your hand, Sam. So, do you want to know what Sam said about you? Are you nervous? She said you're very funny. And that even when you're really silly, you're always really listening. And she really has loved being your buddy. So for those of you who don't know what Better Together is, it's our intergenerational program. And so thank you for being part of it. It was really special. And I want to just, on behalf of the board, say Mazel Tov. You did great tonight. I'm sure you're going to do great tomorrow. And we're all very proud of you. And we look forward to hearing about it after.
Samantha, come on back up because you haven't done enough tonight. And Samantha is now going to kick off our youth group installation, the last part of this evening's program.
Now it's time for kitty installations. So as you've learned tonight, kitty stands for Kol Tikva Temple Youth, the umbrella term for our youth programs. For all of our students. Being part of the Kitty board is not only what just happened? Is not only for the fun of youth group, but it's also about teen leadership, life skills, and building lasting friendships. I'd like to recognize two of our outgoing board members who are graduating seniors. Evan Schreier, our Kitty president, who's going to Chapman. And Melanie Greenwald, our corresponding vice president, who's going to CSUN. Both Evan and Melanie have been on the Kitty board as teen leaders for multiple years. I believe since middle school? 7th grade? 8th grade? We thank you for your service and appreciate your work. I now pass it to Evan.
Shabbat Shalom. I hope everyone's enjoying this, as Rabbi called it, I guess a program. Thank you, Rabbi, for the service. Thank you, Joel, for playing music and singing with me. For the few people in the room that don't know who I am, as Samantha said, my name's Evan, and I am your outgoing Kitty Board president. As a teensy little first grader in religious school, I would see all these big kids coming in for Teen Tuesday and confirmation, and I would think to myself, holy cow, those guys are like giants. I want to be like them one day. And now today's first graders are looking up to people like me, figuratively and literally. I was in 6th grade when Kitty was created by our lovely experiential or education director at the time, Samantha Duenas. I once again had the feeling of seeing something bigger than myself and wanting, no, that's the wrong word. I longed to be a part of it. 2 years later, and my biggest regret is that I didn't join in 7th grade, but in 8th grade, I joined the Kitty 678 board as the programming vice president, and after a really long and really amazing 5 years, I stand here in front of you today. To next year's Kitty board, to next year's Kitty 8 board, as well as any other younger children in this room, I'm telling you my life story at Kol Tikva, because before you know it, you're going to be standing in my shoes. I tell you to make the most of these next 4 years of your life and make sure that you always have fun and cherish your youth. Hint, hint, you can have lots of fun with Kitty. Moral of the story, the future of Kitty is in your hands. As the youth, it's our job to shape and mold this program, and I know that each and every one of you is capable and ready. Yashar Koach to all of you, and I will miss you all so much next year. I'm not done. Thank you, but I have one more part, and this is the part that might make me cry. If you know me, you know I don't cry easily, so that's saying something. I could have written an entire page about every person in this room tonight, but I'm sorry, Rabbi, I'm already going a little bit over my time, so I'm going to have to shorten it, but I'll try and make my words meaningful. Firstly, I would like to mention a few people that are no longer here working at Temple Kol Tikva, but I know that wherever they are, right here, right now, they can feel my gratitude. Cantor Noah, Rabbi Becky, Hallie, I would not be who I am without your guidance, so I thank you from the bottom of my heart. To the Kol Tikva staff and clergy, Rabbi John, Cantor Joel, Stephanie, Amy, Lorene, Jessica, and so many more. Some of you I've known almost my whole life, and some of you I've only met recently, but you have always been there for me and been a rock that I can depend on to offer kindness and words of wisdom when I really need it. To all the different religious school teachers that I've had over the years, your teachings have really helped inspire me to become confident in my abilities to learn, study, interpret, and understand, and to continue exploring my faith and discover the virtues that I continue to carry with me now. To my friends, the community, and all the members of the board, over my years here, I have gotten to know all of you like family, and oh my, what a family to be a part of. I can't even imagine growing up in any other congregation because I refuse to believe there's anyone out there more loving and welcoming than you guys. I can't thank every single person in this room enough for all the support they've offered me over the years. Last but not least, Samantha. I said I could write a page about everyone else. I could have written my entire senior essay about Samantha. You've been one of my biggest mentors for the last 9 years of my life. You have gotten me through countless struggles in school, Judaism, my personal life, and so much more. We have infinite memories together with so many different groups at the temple, memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life. I can't thank you nearly enough for everything that you've done for me, and I'm going to miss you so, so, so much when I leave next year. Okay, now that I'm done making myself cry, I want to give a really big thank you to everybody for allowing me to serve as your Kitty president. Shabbat Shalom.
Definitely a height difference. Okay. Now we get to present the incoming board of 23-24. Please come forward when I call your name and accept your certificate and please remain on the bima. I'm proud to announce the 2023-2024 Kitty Board. Kitty President is Tabby Feldman. Kitty Membership Vice President, Eliza Lauderstein. Financial Vice President, Matilda Feldman. She's at her 8th grade formal tonight, which is very exciting. Advertising Vice President, Haley Katofsky. I'm also proud to announce the members of the new Kitty 8 board. This board will be mentored by the high school Kitty board members and developing programs for Kitty 345 and Kitty 678. I would also want to thank Kitty 678 outgoing board member Sophia Hecht for her year of service. Will the incoming Kitty 8 board members in the audience please stand? Lev Avner, Alex Drescher, Adrian Friedman, Shane Kishner, and Sophie Prestegard. Our newly elected president is now going to read a blessing over our new team leaders.
Samantha, this isn't in my script, but I just want to invite you to stand with our new board because you're always going to be a part of our new board. So. Okay. Adonai, bless us with the desire to lead with passion, compassion, caring, wisdom, and understanding. May we fulfill our role as a link in the chain of generations past, present, and yet to come. Bless us with the ability to bring our community together in joy and to demonstrate by example how to be leaders. And let us say, Amen.
Now, Evan, as our outgoing president, is going to lead us in a prayer.
Okay, order yourselves. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Sorry, I forgot that part.
No, I would love it if we could get any prior board members or current board members to come forward, 6th grade and up. And even if you've already graduated, if you're part of the youth group, let's give them all a blessing. We'll put you all behind the current incoming and outgoing. I think we got a couple past presidents here. I see at least 2, if my count is right. We need Cameron here tonight. So we want to offer a priestly benediction. You should get together with all of them. A priestly benediction over this group of teen leaders. They've done so much for us over the years, and we know that they set an example for our younger children, an example that is a positive one, that helps them understand what this community means. So the priestly benediction.
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and 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 this really far back here and you and you and you and you
יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה.
And may the light of God always shine upon each one of you, leading you forward to do the best you can do.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך, וישם לך שלום, שלום.
And may the light of camaraderie, the light of youth group, the light of being a teen always fill your hearts. And may you always remember this moment and this place. And together we say, Amen. Simon I'll try one more time. Simon Tov?
Let's do it. Hang on here.
Simon Tov! No, not yet.
Now.
Simon Tov!
Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Helanu, 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 Ulechol Israel, Helanu, Helanu, Ulechol Israel.
I'm going to ask you all to leave unless you're a past or current president of our board, and I'm going to ask you to come forward for the Kiddush, though I know we have a closing song first. But I'm going to keep you over here if you're a past or current president. But first, we're going to call forward our kids. I think we have a song, don't we? What's the song we got?
Will all the religious school kids come up here and join us for Oseh Shalom?
Everybody, all the kids forward. Everybody else should put their arms around one another. Arms around one another. Here we go.
Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. One more time. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
I'm going to ask Tabby to hold our Kiddush cup along with the past presidents behind her. Let's all hold up our imaginary Kiddush cups as we do a very short Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei perei hagafen l'chaim.
L'chaim. It's grape juice. You're okay. And now I'm going to ask Samantha and Drew. Drew is the fiancé, if you didn't know who he was. Don't upset her, or all these people are coming after you, okay?
Absolutely expected.
Yes. Let's all point out that challah and go yummy, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
Shabbat shalom. I hope you enjoyed tonight's chaos. Here we go. Go get some challah.
Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat.